Hello everyone, I'm Violet Rose and welcome to my first ever Wildcard Wednesday, where once a week, every other week, I'll bring you a random game and give it a review. First up on the chopping block is Neon Abyss. Published by Team 17 and developed by VWoo Games in 2020, this roguelite bullet hell with light platforming elements puts you in the position of playing as a member of the Grim Squad, a team specifically put together by Hades to go into the Abyss and kill the new gods. I've played this game for 10 hours in the past, but I've decided I'm just going to start a new save and show you what the beginning of the game is like. Just so you guys have an understanding of what to expect when you first download the game. Towards the end of the video, I'll give it a review out of 10, and I'll explain some of my apprehensions that show up later in the game. My friend, the enemy of my enemy. I am Hades. Titan Group took most of my powers, and destroyed your family. Okay, going with the edgy beginning, I see. I need fighters like you to put an end to Titan's reign. Okay. Weird glowing drink. If you seek revenge, drink it. I mean, it doesn't give me another option. I could just sit here forever, but I don't think any of us want that. Okay. And drops us right in. I have no idea what the lucky gold coin actually does. Looks like it's giving us a sort of tutorial level. People will realize I have a disdain for most tutorials. A burning talisman. Yeah, so if you can't, it has a lot of the item generation common in roguelikes with random item drops. My aim could of course be a lot better. I'm skipping over a lot of the tutorial stuff because I already know how to play this. But yeah. Oh, that was... Oh my, there we go. Eggs, oh yeah, one of the unique mechanics this game adds that isn't really in other bullet hells is it has an egg system, where if you have these eggs and have them with you for a long enough time, they will hatch into companions that will help you while you go and do missions. I don't know if missions is the right term. Runs. Oh, was I supposed to use the ability here? Yeah. A lot of the weapons in the game have special abilities, which you can activate by pushing right click. This one's was a balloon. And then they spend your crystals. At the end of each level, you fight one of these gods. I accidentally activated my ability, but okay. The attacks are telegraphed well, which is nice. A lot of roguelike games either have too much telegraphing or not enough, where it becomes too easy to dodge boss attacks, or you don't have any warning. I think the best, not the best example of this, but the game that does it best with telegraphing that I've seen that's a bullet hell would probably be Enter the Gungeon. Its bosses have a nice period of time for you to figure out where the attack is coming from before you get hit. So just so people know, I am not a fan of the cast run until you have ridiculous amounts of equipment on it. Yes, one of the more obscure systems in this game that isn't taught to you outright is the fact that there are two types of... You can gain two different things. One of them is wisdom, and one of them is... I don't like this theory, I think, though I don't remember the exact thing. I could be wrong. And wisdom gains when you unlock things with crystals, and fury gains when you unlock them with crystals. The challenge being anything that can be unlocked with crystals, if it's ever hit by an attack, changes into something that can only be unlocked with your health. So if you want to get a good wisdom run, you have to be careful with the guns you're using to make sure the gun you're using doesn't annihilate everything in the room and make it impossible. Oh, here we go. Shop doors always have the option to unlock them with crystals by default. And when the bar over there in the corner fills up, you get to get one of them. Bare Bone Mask. The more empty heart containers there are, the higher the max limit of angry spirits. Angry spirits are things that you can get items that will spawn that's kind of useless by itself. I think I already have another item that increases the maximum spirits. Oh no, that just makes the spirits stronger. If I get some spirits, they're just these little red dots that fly around. Cactus, baby. Okay, I cannot make that jump. Or that one. Oh, wait. No, never mind, I can't. Mysterious weapon from another dimension. Fall to the ground, cracking any stones below you. I'm going to try out this gun. One of my favorite things about this game is the soundtrack. It is a well-designed soundtrack, and the sound quality, what am I saying? It's a well-designed soundtrack that matches the game well. No, okay. Wait, oh, we can pick up those crystals. I forgot to read what the active ability is on this. Fall to the ground, cracking any stones below you. Does it have... It doesn't have a cost. Okay, so... That is very useful. Normally, you would have to use a grenade to break the stones. I think if I just jump off, this lets me smash it for a grenade. Okay. Another key. They need to be directly below me. Okay. This is one of the combat rooms over there. It'll show how many hits I can take before I lose any reward, and the reward gets worse the more hits you take. Of course, I explained this while taking a hit, so my reward will be rather mediocre. Oh, okay. Those teleport guys are the bane of my existence. And I appreciate it. I'm not the biggest fan of this gun. I might go back and get the cat gun. Unless this decides to give me a good gun. They did have a gun in the store, I could buy that. Bottle opener or candy can? I'll take the bottle opener. Oh, see, I just get more angry sprites. Angry sprites. There we go. Oh, yeah, it has a nice fast travel system, which is something I always disliked about Binding of Isaac, is the fact that it didn't have one. The Famine has an ammo limit. I think. Yep. But it gives me eggs. I don't understand exactly how I was supposed to avoid that attack. I probably just shouldn't have been in that corner. There we go. A hard container. More health. Life badge. Oh yeah, so whenever you beat a boss, you get a type of badge that will increase your shots fired, ammo capacity, any of those such things. Okay. I am taking way too much damage in this run. Yeah, those things up there are the angry sprites. And I think the normal maximum you can have is 3, but all the items I have increases. And I have fire literally everywhere. Like so. More crystals. Costs me 3 to get 1 egg. But it's a silver egg, which I honestly don't know what that means. Is that just coloration? Hopefully I'll be able to show you Athena's blessing by the time I finish this run. The game has an interesting progression system. After you beat a boss, you get coins that you can spend. It's not my favorite. In fact, they show a different progression system. I think that's from an outdated demo on the store page, which I honestly think looked more interesting than what they have in the actual game. Although I'm going to assume that they changed it because of user feedback, and that it wasn't as good as I'm assuming it was. Up here, money. I don't know where this level's store is. I have plenty of stars though, and holy cow, even more sprites. The reload timer on this gun is quite annoying. I don't know if I can think of any other guns off the top of my head that have you reload. Those sprites make very short work of those guys. Very short work. Increase gun level. I think this increases the gun stats overall. Though I don't actually know, because there's one that increases damage, one that increases all sorts of other stuff. So gun level is an interesting concept that I don't understand the term for. The nice thing about this gun is it has the ability to shoot through the metal carapace on those guys. Because normally you have to wait forever for them to stop being metal form. I think there's actually quite a few guns that do that. Anything that does explosive damage will. Oh, I filled out the Athena box, so I will show you Athena's domain. Oh, another challenge with getting Athena's domain versus any other one's domain is anytime you shoot something and have to use your health to open something, you lose all your progress towards unlocking Athena's domain. Okay. Okay, wonderful. So yeah, it'll give you the choice of 2 different items, a basketball jersey or a mercy hood. Let's take the basketball jersey. You'll only lose a maximum of half a heart. Okay, so normally when you get to the 4th floor, you'll begin to lose more than half a heart. When did my face become orange? Am I wearing the basketball jersey on my head? You'll lose 1 heart. You'll lose half a heart maximum, but this one it gets old. I will never go above that. Which, against some of the bosses, it will be very useful. Don't know how much it'll help against, I think the first boss you fight is... No, it's not Hal. I don't actually remember the first big boss you fight. Its name. And we can get lightning boots or red controller. Red controller. Huh. So my unlimited army of angry spirits is now immortal. Let's fight the boss with them then. Hunt, god of racing. Most of these guys are references to other games. I don't actually know what this one is a reference to. Hey, having the spirits be immortal may not have been my best play. They don't leave their flames behind. Yeah, I'm sure you noticed by now, but this game does follow in the vein of Binding of Isaac, and not actually reveal what items do until after you pick them up. Which I don't think it's a good design choice. I think it just incentivizes people to play with a wiki open whenever choosing items. So I do think that if you honestly doesn't care to look and maximize your character build, I'm one of these people. It's a fun thing, but I don't think that is how the vast majority of players play, and it just saves people's time. Because I know after I started playing on hard difficulty in Binding of Isaac, and actually was more concerned with winning while playing Eden runs and such, I just played with the wiki open constantly, because I didn't want to lose a character that I spent an Eden token on. Let's see. Shop up there. Let's visit that. I unlocked it but didn't go inside. Interesting. I need 79. 70. Not 79. Okay. Oh my. The enemies in this game are look-worthy. Some of them are. Most of them are just custodians. But when you get to the weird flesh-hanging wall creatures, on death, drop random coins. I don't know if I'm going to get enough money on this floor to buy the item in the shop there. I am 10 short. Okay. Unfortunately, I won't. I didn't miss anything. What does the metal egg do? It doesn't give me the option to look. We'll get another one. Yes, normally when you enter that boss room there, the 5th floor, you would be taking 1 heart per hit. I need more crystals. Okay. I think those doors always take more crystals, and I don't know if any way to increase the maximum number of crystals you carry. So, by spending your crystals on using abilities and such, you're generally going to miss out on chests and others that would generally help. Here we go. I'm not going to backtrack. You would have to backtrack. Oh my. Interestingly enough, I'm not taking damage even after running into them all multiple times. These eggs are ridiculously annoying. Oh my. Oh my. Here. Grabber! He collects money! Chance to give me money. These doors will waste all your money if you let them, but then you generally get a whole bunch of loot behind them. Is it worth it? Depends how lucky you are. Again. Very much depends how lucky you are. Not only that, but if you use them the maximum number of times, they will damage you. Okay. I have spent 60 in this room, I'm barely certain. Not 60, 30. Half of all my money. And I got another chest inside the chest, which gave me unlimited keys. In this instance, I would actually say that that amount of money was worth it. Come on. It's not letting me use my ability. Interesting. To collect that money and open up the shop. Sure, collect that. I think the grabber may just release all the money he collects plus extra when he does. $70 for a combat helmet. I swear that's a reference to a game, I cannot remember which one. But we should make 70, no problem. Unfortunate. Of course the game... And it didn't give me anything. Wow. The game does do stuff like that sometimes with red chests. I have notoriously bad luck. More often than not, I'll open them at the cost of my health and feel severely cheated. Ah yes, the horrible flesh monstrosities that be. Oh, let's take that egg out. Eggs and your pets will take hits and die. And some of them are horrifying cloud monsters which throw explosives everywhere. I thought I turned egg limit off before this playthrough, but it appears I maybe didn't. In we go. I'm gonna get one hit in this room if I remember correctly, though it does tend to be a little easier with its mob selection. I don't remember if it's nearly as good. I think it would have been more fun if it turned into a thumbs down. Oh my, 50. I think. That's a very large one. My brain interpreted it as 50 before I even saw how much it was. But now we get our combat helmet. The more shields you have, the more bullets your weapon shoots. One of the more fun things in this game is the fact that your guns will eventually shoot nearly unlimited bullets if you have your if you get the correct item drops. I'm not sure if I have them unlocked on this one. I think they may be unlocked. Now, just a couple thoughts. This game, while very fun at times, does tend to oscillate between I'm destroying everything to I'm dying instantly, where generally if you beat the first boss, you have the win too. But, and by first boss I mean the first manager. You'll see what I mean after in the next place. But if you complete it, you generally have the win secured. It's very easy to complete. The problem is if you die, well, you're dead and you have to restart. And that's not a problem. I love roguelikes, but it's very much you win, you know you're going to win every other one. If you lose, you're just going to lose, and there's no reason. Even if you survive just a tiny bit, there's generally enough time for you to recover, and you're just going to keep snowballing. Which, if you're into snowballing in roguelikes, that's totally fine. But it doesn't have as much of the challenge variety as I personally enjoy in roguelikes. Another problem that shows up later in the game is every time you fight a boss, every time you beat the boss at the end of a run, you unlock a new boss. But instead of just... and it resets you. And instead of just letting you select the new boss, which I think would have been fine, if it let you select the boss and you could select whichever boss you want and go at whatever pace you want and just try and do them all in one run, I'd be fine. But every time you beat it, it resets it. So it's just artificially inflating the game, which I think decreases the amount of fun present and just adds to a lot of grinding. So while I do enjoy this game quite a bit, once you beat a few bosses and your runs go from extremely short when you install it, you have to do a whole bunch of weird, obscure challenges to unlock new bosses. It gets quite annoying. My bullet amount is now increased. Let's go see what they have at the store though, because we did allow the ability to restock it. I thought you restocked. Is that just future stores? Well, let's get a shield. Okay, it's just future purchases. Purchases, my. I need to shake another step. It's like you see, once you get to having a lot of bullets fired, it's quite fun, but it's not much you're doing, especially with a gun like this that has tracking enabled. Collect the money, hit this. Ah, okay, so I would be taking 2 damage from those now. By 2 I mean a full heart. I was hoping would just be a flat out flamethrower. I quite enjoy the Phantom. We're gonna keep that. Yeah. Wow, we finished this room quite quicker than I thought. Yeah, you will get to the point. I don't know how it is on hard difficulty, but if you play on normal difficulty, you will get to the point where you pretty much instantly finish rooms. Wow! Oh, money grubber died. Okay. I think teleporting enemies and enemies that phase out of the map are bad design. I think you should just allow us, because there's a lot of downtime. And in an action hell roguelike, I don't like having to wait for an enemy to spawn when it's on a mostly random. I think it would be fine to have them teleport around, or teleport out for a short bit, but I think once all other enemies are dead, they should be programmed just to stay in the room. Okay. Oh my. How am I supposed to attach these eggs? I've had them for such a long time. Holy. Ah yes, these guys. The unkillable laser turrets that haunt my dreams. And a 3-star. Those eggs still haven't hatched. I would love to get some more upgrades to allow me to shoot even more, so I need some shields. Everything's costing 2 keys right now. Locksmith, Screaming Soda. Let's get that. Chance to spawn an angry spirit with an explosion. So now when I throw grenades, I get more angry spirits. Have my health. Oh my. These guys just trade with you. Him for grenades. The other one for your health. Oh my. People use this. You're quite rich. Let's go here and pick up some more health. And then go back there and continue trading away our life force. Ooh, a microphone. Jump marks will create an enemy bullet deflecting wave. Interesting. So if they hit there, they'll deflect? I mean, I guess that's literally exactly what. Oh my. I don't know if those fires will hurt me, so I'm not going to do it. Those fires might not, but my missiles definitely do. I don't know why I didn't expect that. They are an explosive weapon after all. Exactly what I needed. Come on, come on. Oh shit. Increase the number of missiles and fire. What is this? Instead of throwing a bomb, place a mine on the ground. Sure. You can fly when you have the max number of angry spirits. Flying in this game is a really good ability to have. Whoa. There we go. Worked well. I think that might be the last one, and no, there's one more, and then we'll move on to the boss. There we go. Plenty of money now. Plenty of money. Boss time. With guns like this distracting, the game becomes more about shooting the enemies than it does about be more about dodging attacks than it is about shooting the enemy, because I don't have to think. There we go. And then this is the currency we trade in. Ah yes, so that's the currency we trade in. As you gradually lose consciousness, you're surrounded by a warm light. This is only the beginning. Great! You defeated the first manager, unlocking new levels and managers. But there are more challenges waiting for you. That is very true. There are a lot of bosses in this game. Each one of these nodes represents a boss you'll fight. The problem is you can only unlock one node at a time, and then you have to go through each of the nodes. But this is the unlock system. It allows you to add new things to the game, like the hidden room rule, or unlock new characters. You get those tokens from fighting the boss, and then you can unlock all of these different tabs eventually. Grenade barrels, those are good. Rotten hearts. Some of them are helpful, some are not, but you might get an extra heart container when you pick it up. If you haven't been hurt on this level, you may find the switch, pull it, and it'll take you somewhere special. Yes, she tells you to remember to spend your stuff, and, well, what do I give this game out of 10? I give it a solid 6 out of 10. While it is quite enjoyable, it's somewhat mid when it comes to bullet hell roguelikes, and I think there are some that are done much, much better. While it isn't 2D vertical like this one is, if you're looking at bullet hell roguelikes, I'd recommend Binding of Isaac or Enter the Gungeon over this one. This one's nice level of verticality is fun, and I don't know of any others that do verticality or, well, I haven't played any others, I do know of a few. But it is a solid game, and I would recommend buying it while on sale. Well, thank you. This has been my first Wildcard Wednesday, and I hope you take care of yourself, you lovely internet stranger.